everyone, it's Adrian Leah. This will be a quick video, maybe. Um, I just finished a lunchtime chat meeting, um, and it is not lunchtime here, but it's lunchtime. Well, it was lunchtime in Keene, and um, it's super early now. I'm gonna maybe sleep a little bit. I was gonna feed my starter to prepare bread for the week. Before that, I will eventually go back to Staples because I'm gonna get that planner. I was looking at the different planners. I went back to Barnes& and Noble to check to really see what I would commit to because um, the one that's the Baltic Club, the maroon colored one, I really love that one. And it has what I'm looking for. The time slots are a good amount of time because it's like 6 to maybe 10 on some days, which is a lot for a planner. Since I'm going off of different time zones, I'm looking for like an international one or like a 24-hour one, I would say. The one at Staples, it's more expensive. I had no idea planners were this expensive. I mean, it's a specific things that go into it, and um, if it has the things that you are interested in, I'm not judging whether you want to get it or not. I'll get one. It has the time slot. I think it has a shorter time period, but then there's more space to where I can modify it to add more time slots because the Baltic Club one, again, it looks super pristine and I was thinking about it for a long time. It actually went on sale for 30% off. There's like a sister book that went on sale from the Baltic Club that's like a different cover that's 50% off. I preferred the other one. Um, well, I guess it's not really that much of a preference. I guess it is a preference because I wasn't considering getting the other one. Um, and then the again, sorry, going back to the one at Staples, it has another time, not a timetable. It has like a chart, like a to-do list, right next to it, and you can rearrange it because it's refillable. That's another reason why it's on the more expensive side, and it's also leather, like the covering, and you could zip it up. And I just thought that that was so like I'm like particular about things. Like I'll like something, I won't go for something because maybe I would like this and whatever. So that to-do list, it is open-ended enough, and that's what these planners, like these customizable planners, have to where I can make a timetable because I was thinking if I get a PDF or like that, well, if I download a timetable for 24 hours, um, I feel like, of course, I'll be constantly printing out the paper, which isn't the worst thing. I would have to maybe, well, I don't have to, but I could get it like groups at a time because I don't have a printer here. So I'd go back to Staples, which is fine. Um, that's like something that I could do in the future for other things, but it would be nice to have like a planner. Um, the calendar is customizable too, so it won't have the month or the days set, but it has those spaces. And I feel like my style goes all over the place, so I like something that might seem completely different than another thing, and I'll like it for specific reasons. So I am getting it because it is part of my graduation gift. Um, my parents want to get me clothes too because they say I wear the same things, which is not, it's factual. I do wear the same things, but I wear the same things until I run them to the ground. I get occasional cloth clothing items from mainly Hot Topic if I am gonna go to like a shopping place, and since it is fall, I do love sorry, I do love the wardrobe. There's like for the clothing that they have out, there's a skirt that is like a handkerchief skirt that reminds me of leaves. Well, it's not green, but technically it could be like leaves. Um and I'm definitely like a skirt girly. I love skirts. This one is again the long ones. I tend to go for the whimsical ones that you could maybe twirl in. Um, I do like really. I like the luminous skirts, but I also have ones that are more drapey. My black one I wear for a lot of stuff. And I don't know if I want to look at different washing methods because it's a little faded. But then again, I don't always categorize my clothes when I'm washing them, so that's also in me. And I long intro, but I wanted to um what was it? Sorry. I wanted to show some projects that I've been working on. I may want to really look into having full yarn amounts because for both these projects that I'm showing, I don't have enough yarn for. So, but in my mind, I was like, I could get more at some point. And then when it comes to that some point, I don't want to get it. So there's this hat, and this will be donated. This will go to a Ukrainian military hospital. I was a little hesitant to use this blue because this blue is one that I used for a test knit, and that's what I had left. And I got the yarn on sale a couple years ago. Um, I think I could probably find what yarn it is through either the videos or on Ravelry when I keep track of them. Because this yarn is more fragile. Like you could do this like easily and that's it. I mean some yarn is like that and it ends up felting more like the more you wear it, and the fibers they like mesh together. So I'm hoping like it could do that. And there aren't long floats in this either. Um, this is an adult medium. I was thinking that would probably be safe size to do because the other one was a lot larger than this one, but I think it's the yarn that I chose because I chose alpaca for that one and it just wasn't springing as much. It's still super soft for me, but I mean, hopefully somebody enjoys it. This one seems like it's a free pattern and Clava quote toque, and This is one of my go-to hat patterns. It's a free one. There's newborn to adult large, I believe. Um, there's a lot of sizes for it. So I'm really happy with this. Did I say like I ran out of the blue? I had a little bit left, like barely anything, and I was thinking maybe I could try to find something that I could put in here. There's a cotton one that I was thinking about originally, but it's it's that yarn that I got from, again, I don't know if I said it. Oh my god, Dollar Tree, and it's um it what is it? Adrian. It like when you wash it or when it gets wet, it bleeds. So it's not nice. And I did use it for a garment and I did test it before because I've never had that happen to that extent. I don't think I've ever had that happen before where it bled. So I was surprised, and now I'm like particular about how when I use it, when I wash it, which isn't often, um, or clean it, I'm careful about it. Well, with my knits in general, but I um, was thinking maybe I might go in with another color, or because I don't have a match for this blue. This was the remaining of another blue, and I'm hoping maybe I can find something. There's one more place I didn't check, and that's the yarn for like more on the medium plate weight or rand and up. I do have some, I think, medium weight in the main area, but I'm hoping I figure out something for this hat. Otherwise, I might just finish it with not having these things. Or no, I won't even have enough to like maybe do, they call it the flea stitches. I don't know if that's completely flea stitches because flea stitches you'd see it throughout the piece of the contrast color. So I don't know, but I do really like the way that it turned out. I was knitting it during a lot of it, at least like this part, during like the politics meeting club, and I didn't do much talking, or at all. I was mainly knitting. It was so early in the morning for me. No, literally, it was just 9 o'clock, which is standard. And I used to have a 9 to 5 job for a couple of years, um, but sometimes I pop in here and there, just to get a feel for a club. Oh, I did get a little bit of a, not a promotion, but I will be, I'm trying to find the messages. So I did get a message from one of the coordinators, and because oh, to backtrack a little bit, they're uh, editing one of the pieces, well, articles that I have written for their, is it like a blog, like the Medium blog? And the creator of the website reached out to see who wanted to write the article for reaching 1,000 pairs, like matches for mentees and mentors, or mentees, volunteers, and um, volunteers, mentors, and mentees. Sorry, And I immediately responded because I really wanted to write. I do enjoy writing. And it's been like a dream to write on like maybe a healthcare site that I use to reference like research for research papers in college. And I wanted to write articles for college students to, or anybody to research and put as a reference in their report or their project. And it is something that I feel like it could be a platform where I could talk about those things because um, they they know about my background. I don't mention too much, but if somebody asks, I'll bring it up. And there was when I was writing, I saw that they were interested in medical educators, specifically for like medical English. And I thought I write a lot of the well, it, there's medical terminology and more in pharmacy. Of course, you'll use it in other practices. Um, a lot of mine are associated with drugs, and you could talk about diseases with that too because there's the indication for them, um, and knowing the classification for the the drug. So I've throughout the time that I've been taking the course, I've been writing the translations, and I thought, oh, maybe it's helpful. So I wrote about, I was like, I would like to help with medical English, and I was thinking maybe I could just, give like uh, a document or like a PDF of what I have written down over this course time that I've been taking the course. And I included my cover letter because, maybe they would want some background information and because there's like an interviewing process when they get to know you and in general they probably want to get to know you and they wanted to start a medical club and they wanted um, four mentors to run it and I'm one of the mentors that will be running that club. um, I did get a specific message too, well, direct message. Hi, Adrian. I don't know if I should say it like verbatim, but so the creator of the organization shared the document and with her and found out that I am a professional in herbalism and medicine in general, and she thinks it's a very interesting topic in her opinion and glad to want to share your knowledge with, or she's glad that I want to share my knowledge with the students. She's a group activities coordinator, so she's going to organize the medical speaking club, where I'll be one of the mentors. So when she gets four of them, then it'll be, uh, then it'll start, and I think it's good timing that I'm getting the planner, and I'm also thinking about other things. I would like the skirt if I am going to be picky because my parents are just like, we want to get you clothes because they think I like sport the homeless look, and I'm like, no, I'm trying to be mindful about what I have, even though I have a lot of other things as you can see. But I do travel a lot. Well, I move around a lot, and that tends to be a factor when I'm moving. Um, I also wanted to get another pair of Converse if I do have my say in it. It took me years to get my first pair of Converse boots. That was like my dream to get Converse boots. And years later, because it's been like the dream since my preteens, to get one and I get a pair and I did. And so as I want a pink one. They have a plaid one out now. They have a yellow plaid too. So I'm kind of debating on which I should choose. The pink plaid though, specifically has I don't know shoe anatomy, but like the bottoms of the shoe and like the surrounding part before it gets to the fabric area, it's black, which is nice because um I I that's what I was kind of thinking because I constantly clean my Converse in general, but they get dirty really quickly, and I'm happy I got the black ones. I think that's my I think that's the dog. Sorry, because is she's doing all right. She had to go to the ER because she eats everything that's in her face, in front of her face, and my parents brought her there because she was vomiting. So after all that, being exhausted from chewing everything and destroying family heirlooms, she's okay. And I feel like a lot of times it tends to be the case for puppies. So she's not a super vocal dog, so I'm not sure when she's barking, what happens. Maybe my dad's trying to talk to her. Because when I'm uh, like with her, I don't hear barking or anything. She's actually a super quiet dog. So, the other thing that I wanted to show is my project that I brought out. It's the Brusca pullover. It's last year's birthday cast on. I wanted to work on it. It's it's a mood now, and I really want to finish it while it's the mood because I don't have enough yarn for this. But hopefully I push myself to get more yarn. This is cheaper yarn than the blue one that I ran out of yarn for, but I I'm like I don't want this to sit for another year because it hits a mood like at a specific time, and I do really love it. I want to make it out of the actual yarn that it's named after because it was a collaboration between the Rosa Kumar, the maker of the Retrosaria Brusca, that yarn, and the Ukrainian knitwear designer Teti Lutsak. I really love Teti's sizing for her garments. They tend to fit me really well. I usually want a larger yoke, and then if it's straight when it's the body, I'm happy with that. I just want usually like I don't want it to be necessarily oversized, but I would like it to be more. Give me 1 second. Okay. So it is the club is called the Medical Healthcare Science Speaking Club, and um I'm really excited about it because it gives me I didn't need an excuse but to write more papers because I wanted to highlight some of the herbs that are native to Ukraine and their therapeutic uses and the breakdown of that topic or topics. Um, Things that are medical and prevalent to the war, like maybe antibiotics and um, bacteria. because those areas in general are breeding grounds for bacteria, and it's not the way that the people have lived or have how they treated the area. It's what the area is now exposed to. Um, so there could be the difficulty of certain treatments or trying to find um, ways to bring more of that information out there and other things that they might want to talk about. Uh, and it's also a breeding ground because of the how quickly sorry I keep saying bacteria how quickly it can reproduce, how it could evolve into um, something that's more resistant. And so I think prevalent topics that maybe Ukrainians would want to engage in would be nice. So I would like to find ways that they can uh, find this type of information enjoyable because some of it is pretty heavy when you're learning the, the curriculum, and um, I want them to feel like it's something that they can build maybe uh, something on, because I heard that maybe the medical fields aren't as popular there or they don't make as much money, so I don't know that standing on those things, but I'm sure they'll let me know because I know that I have been told that if you are gonna get a job specifically in Ukraine, that like a medical job isn't the best paying, which that is the same here too. Um, but it is nice information to know, and maybe even to like as an introduction, because I was lucky enough to um, have a couple years under my belt in the medical field, specifically in pharmacy and with herbalism, and and as an herbalist working in a pharmacy, because it really is a language in itself. And then there's also medical terminology that's being used, and the SIG codes and mathematical things that you put into account. So you're kind of blending different studies into pharmacy. It's more of a, it can be more broader. There's pharmacy law too, that if you are going into pharmacy, it's required to have a couple of hours under your belt with that, and the requirement is different depending on where you go. So um, I think that it could open those things up, and I look forward to talk my head off about um, maybe medication or herbs or medical topics in general, because when I do know what to say, I tend to go for those topics. When I don't really have much to say, I can rely on those topics to get me by the conversation. I might try to find like a way of putting it in the conversation so it's not like completely random, but it does I feel like it is a conversation starter, and it does take a lot of time if you're trying to um, see how much you could talk, maybe in a lecture or something. And it's not to like push people away or out, but uh, so there isn't like too many gaps, especially if there is just like introductory to maybe the lessons and um, the community. So I think I'll stop it there. I am on my last set of words and I have been writing them, uh, writing the translations at the top. So then I have another test of more, sorry, that's my stomach. Um, More words or drugs in the next, uh, the one following the quiz, and um, then I have a final exam. So I'll see when they might want to do the video because um, I'm sorry, I'm not even hungry, but my stomach is going. Um, I know one other person, so her time zone is in England. I'm not sure the exact time zone that is, but I'll look into it and see what we could do about that. It could be like alternating. I'm not too sure about what's gonna happen with that. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm like literally not even hungry, but maybe because I didn't really eat yesterday. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in another video. Bye. Oh, I didn't show like the bag that I made for my student because her birthday's coming up. Our birthdays are really close together. Um, I'll show it in another